Welcome to all. Today we are going to solve a problem from Gibb and Carter joint, right? Design a Carter joint to connect piston rod to the crosscut of a double acting steam engine. The diameter of the cylinder is 300 millimeter and the steam pressure is 1 Newton per millimeter square. The allowable stresses for the material of Carter and piston rod are as follows. Sigma T equal to 50 megapascal, tau equal to 40 megapascal. Sigma C equal to 84 megapascal, right? Given data. D, capital D equal to 300 millimeter, right? Pressure P equal to 1 Newton per millimeter square. Okay. Sigma T equal to 50 megapascal, that means 50 Newton per millimeter square. Tau equal to 40 megapascal, that means 40 Newton per millimeter square. Sigma C equal to 84 megapascal, that means 84 Newton per millimeter square. Here we know that the maximum load on the piston rod P equal to pi by 4 d square into P, right? We know the value of P. P equal to pi by 4 d square into P, right? P equal then pi by 4 into d square we know given in our problem 300 millimeter, right? After substituting this value we can find the maximum load capital P equal to 70,695 Newton, right? The various dimensions from the Carter joint are obtained by considering the different modes of failure as discussed below. First one is diameter of piston rod at Carter, right? Let D2 equal to diameter of piston rod at Carter. T equal to thickness of Carter, right? We know it may be taken as 0.3 D2, right? Considering the failure of piston rod in tension at Carter, we know that P equal to pi by 4 D2 square minus D2 into T, right? Here we know D2 square, we know the value of P equal to 70.695 into 10 to the power 3 and thickness equal to 0.3 D2, right? After substituting these values we can get D2 equal to 53.97, right? Finally we may say 55 millimeter. So from this value we can find T equal to 0.3 D2, right? 0.3 into 55 equal to 16.5 millimeter. Then width of Carter, B equal to width of Carter, right? Consider the failure of Carter in shear. Since the Carter is in double shear, therefore P equal to 2B into T into tau, right? Here T equal to 16.5, tau equal to 40 given in our problem, right? P equal to 70.695 into 10 to the power 3. After substituting all values in this equation means we can get B equal to 53.5. So finally we may say 54 millimeter, right? Then diameter of socket, D3 equal to diameter of socket. Here considering the failure of shock in tension at Carter, we know P equal to pi by 4 D3 square minus D2 square minus D3 minus D2 into T into sigma 1, right? Sigma 1 50, okay? T equal to 16.5, D2 equal to 55, right? After P equal to 70.695 into 10 to the power 3. After substituting all values, right, we can get D3 equal to 72 millimeter. Let us now check the induced crushing stress in the shock end. Capital P equal to D3 minus D2 into T into sigma C. Right? D3 72, D2 55. Right? Already we have been find. Thickness 16.5. Right? From this we can find sigma C equal to 252 Newton per millimeter square. Okay, since the induced crushing is greater than the permissible value of 84 Newton per millimeter square, therefore let us find the value of D3 by substituting sigma C equal to 84 Newton per millimeter square in the above expression. Right? So P equal to 70.695 into 10 to the power 3. Okay. Then D2 equal to 55, thickness 16.5, sigma C equal to 84, right? After substituting all values in this equation means we can get D3 equal to 106 millimeter. Okay. So we know that tapered length of the piston rod capital L equal to 2.2 D2, right? So 2.2 into 55 means we can get length L equal to 121 millimeter. Assuming that the taper of piston rod has 1 in 20, therefore the diameter of the parallel parts of the piston rod D equal to D2 plus L by 2 into 1 by 20 equal to 55 plus 121 divided by 2 into 1 divided by 20. That is equal to D equal to 58 millimeter. And the diameter of the piston rod at the tapered end D1 equal to D2 minus L by 2 into 1 by 20. That is equal to D2 we know 55, right? L equal to 121, right? After substituting these values we can get D1 equal to 52 millimeter. Okay. This is a reference for design of machine elements, right? Student design of machine element B.B. Bhandari, machine design R.S. Kurmi, and we can use PSG design data book. Thank you.